Hi everyone, Stephanie here with Olivia from Bay State Pediatric Palliative Care. You've probably seen our Tabata Tuesday workshops, and we decided that we would switch things up with a different series of alliteration. So we're going with Whacky Wednesdays, where we show you some cool science projects that you can try at home. Olivia and I are here to show you how to do a DIY lava lamp. You only need a few things around the house. So let's get going with it. This is some sort of vase. Olivia has a bottle, kind of more like a mason jar. Mine's just a flower vase from Goodwill. Any kind of beaker or even measuring cup will work. Next, you'll need some type of oil. I have canola oil. Olivia has canola
oil.
Same one from Big Y. Represent
Mine just a little bit.
Yeah. Next, you will need some water. Mine's in this beaker here, but just plain old tap water from, the sink. Next, you will need food coloring.
I have orange.
And I have green. So we're going to see how that makes a difference in our projects. And finally, you will need either Alka Seltzer tablets, or I have Denture cleaning tablets with me. These are something that I imagine are probably one of the only things you might not have at home, and you should be able to easily order this from Amazon if you have the chance. And again, you can use canola oil or vegetable oil, or probably any other type of oil as well. The idea is that oil and water do not mix because of their polarity, so we'll get to see some cool reactions going on here. So get ready. All right, Olivia, you ready?
Yes, and I'm gonna add ice factor, so I will wait and I will do that when we are mixing our lava lamps.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna pop up a picture of a lava lamp on the screen right here, just for anybody who hasn't seen it, while Olivia and I get our beakers ready. Something that was very popular in the 1990s. And this, we're gonna make one at home for you guys. So we have our beakers ready to go. We're gonna there they are. We'll take our water, and however much liquid we pour, we're just gonna make about a quarter of it water and 3/4 oil. So if you're doing about a cup, a quarter cup of water.
And if you need to, you can always grab a funnel to help you so you don't make a mess. Right. And if you are doing this, we recommend you do it in the kitchen and somewhere where you can clean it up easily.
Right. And before I begin, I should actually probably say that I'm wearing safety goggles just because I'm a dork. There you go. All right. So if you're doing more than a cup worth, if you're doing like a 2-liter soda bottle, I used to do that as a kid and make tornadoes and things. Just make sure that you fill a quarter of that 2-liter bottle with water. So,
and you can always use just a cup too. It doesn't have to be a fancy bottle. So whatever you have lying around, as long as it's probably glass, then you should be good to go. Yeah. All right.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, that's it for me. Nice work, Olivia.
All right.
Canola oil next. Like we said, any kind of oil that you have at home should work. We like this particular project because most people we think will have most of these ingredients.
It's always fun to try something new and spice things up a little.
Right. Bringing science class to you guys. So now
oil.
Yeah, oil. So make sure you do much more oil than water. I'm gonna call it with that for mine. Nice job, Olivia. Look, you can already start to see the bubbles forming. I'll try to hold it closely to the camera so you can see that. As you can see, the oil floats and the water is staying at the bottom. And that's what happens when there are oil spills in the ocean, right? You can see all the oil start leaking and rising to the top of the surface. So that's what we have for now.
I have some cool bubbles down here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, do you see Olivia has some very, very, very large bubbles, almost like a giant bubble that you get in a pizza crust. I used to get stuff like that. And there's actually a nice color going on already with the yellow. So I would say if for some reason you don't have food coloring, you could do it just like this. You can
absolutely.
Because we happen to have food coloring, we're going to add it next. So just a few drops, then you can kind of swirl it up a little bit.
So I'm probably going to do maybe 10 to 12 drops. I'm going to first start out with a few because you can always add more, but you can never take any out. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start going with some orange. You can see it as it's falling down.
Oh, wow. That's neat. They're their own little individual dots. They're not even mixing at this point. There they go from the oil to the water. Oh, now they're clumping together, kind of coagulating a little bit.
Since mine's a big container, I'm probably gonna add a little more than I originally thought.
Right. Yep. There you go. I'll just get going over here. Same thing.
See them just
So feel free to watch
right at the bottom. Oh, and you can see me through the bottom too.
that. There you go. That's neat. Mine's doing the same thing virtually. We have the exact same ingredients, actually, same brand and everything, so that might look very similar. However, Olivia has a special surprise.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna add some glitter because who doesn't like some glitter in their science projects? Not sure what's gonna happen, but we'll find out. Here we go. Ooh.
Wow.
Bump to the top.
Interesting. That's a lot of glitter.
That is a lot. Oh, there it goes. Oh, and it's at the bottom.
Wow. Interesting.
Oh my goodness. Falls the other one on the side.
Look at that. Again, another optional ingredient, but if you have it, feel free to add it. And now Olivia is lucky enough to have a cap for her bottle. So she can screw it on and then shake it kind of like salad dressing or something. For those of us who only have just an empty vase, you could probably maybe cover it with your hand if you have a small enough opening, but I would really recommend using some sort of just pencil or a chopstick, anything you have, just to stir it around, because you don't want it to go exploding over the top. So I'm going to get my highlighter that's right here, just so we have something to stir it up and I don't spill it all over this computer. All right, so I'm just taking a simple highlighter. Use whatever you have that's long. And look at how it's already starting to change color.
That is so cool.
As I was walking around, it kind of started to mix up. You see so far the food coloring is just mixing with the water, not the oil. Right?
So you know what? I think I'm gonna do mine a little differently. I'm not gonna mix mine right now. I'm gonna just leave it like this, and then I'm gonna add the little tablet that we have next.
Right. Good idea. So we'll see how it makes a difference. I imagine mine is going to mix up kind of like an oil and vinegar would, or any kind of balsamic dressing, or any vinaigrette really, in that it'll kind of mix but not completely. So here I go with my little highlighter, and I'm trying to mix it up for you guys. Look at it's trying to mix, but the top is still kind of fighting it. And now it's pretty well combined, but when it settles, it will eventually start to, spread out again between the oil and the water. So there's a big bottle of green goop happening right now. And now we're here for the final step. We're curious to see how Olivia's and I's are different, because we did it 2 different ways. Remember, I stirred mine up. Olivia did not stir hers up. So next, you'll take your little fizzy tablet. This is, Olivia has Effordent, just like me. We have the same denture cleaner, but you can also use Alka Seltzer. You could probably even use Mentos. Just need something that's very fizzy. So if you crack your tablet into a few pieces, that'll make sure you kind of release the gases equally throughout the bottle. Let's see Olivia's first. Oh yeah, see, there they start to go. Let's just take a minute to watch hers. You can see them fizzing right through the center, kind of like a volcano or Old Faithful, a geyser, something.
And if you can see a little bit, it's starting to bring the orange up to the top a little bit. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the lava lamp part that you'll see if you're familiar with the lava lamps that we used as kids. The bubbles from the top that are now colored are also drifting back down. So that just means that it's all kind of moving in very weird patterns, and That's a DIY right there. And look at the beautiful glitter that's happening in Olivia's bottle as well.
Oh yeah, you can see it starting to rise up as
Yeah,
well. I have that big clump down there.
right.
I put a little too much, but never too much glitter.
Never too much glitter. And it's nice and iridescent. That's pretty neat. So while hers is working, I may as well add mine. See, mine's already starting to
Oh
separate.
yeah.
So I'll just add some now and see how mine starts to work. It's just starting. Can you see those bubbles? Yep.
Oh wow.
I would like to add that Olivia and I did not even try this before we recorded it.
We did not, so we
Quite,
are very happy that we are getting some cool effects.
yeah. Wow.
That is super cool. All right, I think I'm gonna now put my top on and shake it and see what I get.
Mmm.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm curious as to what will happen now.
That kind of looks pretty by itself.
Beautiful. It looks like Olivia's gases in her tablets have kind of lost their power because she shook them up. You know, they've already kind of activated. So now her orange bottle can just kind of sit. Whereas mine's still working, but he's starting to slow down because, you know, anything that you have that's fizzy only fizzes for so long, right? Even soda. If you leave it out too long, or you know, don't screw the cap on tightly, or just have a bottle lying around for a long time, it'll eventually become flat. So gases, you know, kind of essentially just disappear eventually once they use up their energy. So mine's starting to do that as well. But I could, if I wanted to, add a second Denture tablet or Mentos or Alka Seltzer tablet and get it going again. For the sake of time, I won't do that because I'm going to leave it to you guys to watch this and maybe replicate if you have the tools. Thank you so much for checking in and watching. This is our first Whacky Wednesday. And if you like the idea, make sure to tell us and we'll come up with another science project that is hopefully something you can try at home as well. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and we hope you have a great day.
Bye, everyone.